Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Hi, honest people. Hi, honest people. Hey, honest people. We may start it. My name is Honest Am, the creator and writer of the Honestly Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And I'm here for another daily motivational video where we use the tarot to become the alchemists of our lives and to teach us how to become spiritual beings. A little bit about me. I do not just use the tarot. I use God and cousins in the same sentence, and I may mispronounce some things, but if it does not stop Charlamagne and God, it will not stop me. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into it. God, guardian angels, ancestors, beings of light, what information do you have for us to become the alchemist of our life, to help us, to teach us how to become spiritual beings, or just to do magic in public? God, deliver these messages to me and through me as clear as possible. Sure. 2 cards. Will you one more, please? One more card, please. Ooh, that's kind of hitting on something today. Vision and clarity. Vision and clarity. Vision and clarity. Soul, sight, future, and clarity. I feel like for some reason, I'm just getting the idea that there is something that is blocking your vision. Like, it's like you're not seeing something clarity. I mean, you're not seeing something clear. And so for some reason I'm getting the energy that God is going to bring something to your attention, like this week or this month. Something is going to be taken, like the truth of the situation is going to be revealed to you, and then you will get the clarity that you have been seeking. So if, say, you have been searching for some answers for a while and you feel like God is not listening to you, or like it's just not working out for, like, you know, it's just like, it's like it doesn't matter what you do, you feel like God is not listening to you. I feel like soon you're about to get some clarity on a situation, but don't take my word for it. I'm actually going to go to the tarot and get some more information. All right, God, clarify this message of vision and clarity. What are you trying to get us to understand? Why is it so important for us to have a clear vision in order to have, oh, okay, that's also another message that I'm getting. It's important for you to have a clear vision about what you want in the world, so that the universe can get it for you. If you're confused, if you don't know what you want, the universe damn sure don't know what you want. And so what God is saying is, once you have clarity over the vision that you have, and or that the vision that you have for yourself, angel number 237, then you will start to see, I think then once you have clarity on the vision that once you are able to clearly see the vision of something, like, I don't know, it's like you're trying to see the vision of something, but for some reason what I'm getting is, once you are able to have a clear vision on what you want or who you want to become, then the universe has the clarity that it needs to bring all of that information to you. You hear what I'm saying? It's like, if you're confused, the universe is confused too. So God is like, there's a need for you to create a vision for yourself, so that you can have the clarity that you're looking for. And I also, for some reason, I also feel like it's like you need a vision for yourself so you can know where you're working towards. But again, I'm about to get some information about this vision and clarity. God, what are you trying to get us to understand about vision and clarity? Allow no room for doubt and confusion. Vision and clarity. Vision. Ooh. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Vision, we got an Ace of Wands. Last week, or maybe it was like 2 weeks ago, I was telling you guys why it's so important for you to make a commitment, because like all of these ideas, especially, matter of fact, let me just copy all, delete that. I have a series on here called the Alchemist Series, and the reason why I did the Alchemist Series is because I was very, very, like everybody else in the world, was very drawn to the Alchemist story, and I a lot of times throughout my spiritual journey, I try to compare myself to the Alchemist book and try to figure out, like, where am I at in relation to the book. And the thing about the Alchemist, and I think the thing that we all love about it, is that it started with just the idea. It started with just that dream that kept recurring in his mind over and over and over. And it's the same is true for everything in life. All of us, I mean, Beyonce, Jay, Oprah, LeBron, it all started with just this idea of who they thought they could be. God gave them a vision of who they could be. But it takes you to have that clarity to actually see it through. We had this card of judgment come out. We've been having it come out a lot. But for me, I feel like it's like the judgment is like the just due that is deserved for you. You know, like it's like, to me, it's like the universal karma kind of. It's like once you accept that this vision that God has given to you is the vision that you want to bring about, once you have that clarity within yourself and you stop judging yourself about it and you just say, you know what, God, I am going to work to do everything in my power to bring this dream about, then you will start to see your power. I feel like what God is saying, the reason why you're not seeing your clarity, like the reason why you're not seeing your power is because you are not committed to your vision. The reason why you're not seeing your power is because you don't have clarity. Again, it was like that message from last week about you going back and forth about what you want. And so what God is saying is to have the clarity about what you want in this situation. With this card, a judgment coming. Also, sorry, I didn't even see this, but this high priestess came out reversed. So again, it's like you're not using your intuition to help you bring this dream about. And I think it's because of some type of judgment. It's some type of it's like an internal judgment. Like for some reason I get the idea that you are like okay. So the judgment card has these people standing in the water, butt ass naked, and like these like, and they're kind of like individual coffins, kind of. I don't know. And it's like this great angel is coming out the sky to help save them. It's like they're steeped in their emotions and they have like just completely surrendered to God. And so the trumpets are rising and the help is coming for them. The help that they need is coming. That's what it is. So what God is saying, once you have clarity over that vision, once you commit to the vision, you take that stick. So now after you have the Ace of Wands starts out with just one stick. Then you get the Two of Wands because now you're thinking about how do you ground this down. God is saying you just need to commit to the journey of bringing this about. Once you commit to that journey of bringing it about, you have that clarity in your mind, then God could give you the help that you ultimately deserve, the help that you're looking for. It's kind of like you just have to submit and surrender to the vision. You do that, you'll see your power. That's how you co-create with the universe. That's how you learn how to trust your intuition. It's because you took that idea and you actually worked to bring it about. It's like, and I also feel like for some reason God is saying, you do your part and then just wait until I show up to do the rest. Then we see our power together. We talk about, I may be guilty of that. We talk about how we have the power to change our lives and how we are the alchemists and the creators of our life, but we are co-creators of our life. We are working with God and spirit team together. Without them, they can't do shit, and without us, we can't, without us and them, we can't do shit. It's like we need each other. It's a two-way street. It's a partnership. It's commitment. Angel number 855. And so what God is saying is commit to the vision. Commit to trusting yourself, trusting your intuition to bring this about, and just wait, completely surrender to it, and wait until God see the rest through. You hear what I'm saying? That's for some reason I'm getting that idea. Wait till God to see the rest, to see it through. I do want to, just because this judgment card keep fucking coming up, I do want to know the judgment card reading. The judgment card is referred to a time of resurrection and awakening, a time when a period of our lives come. Let's see. The Judgment card is calling you to rise up and embrace a higher level of consciousness for the service of the highest good. You are experiencing a spiritual awakening and realizing that you are destined for so much more. This is your cosmic leveling up. So again, if you take that wand, if you take that idea that God is presenting you, then you're able to level up. Then you're able to get your just due. Tune into the higher frequency of your life, and then you'll see your power, and let go of your old stuff and step into your newest version of yourself. The Judgment card often indicates that you need to make a life-changing decision, but unlike those associated with the Logic Judge's card, this decision requires a blend of intellect, which you're not trying to use, and of intellect and intuition. You may be at a crossroads, aware that any choice you make will bring a significant change with long-lasting effects. The Judgment card pops up in a tarot reading when you are close to reaching a significant stage in your journey. You have reviewed it. Again, let me read this last part because it says something about your past. You have reviewed and evaluated your past experience and have learned from them. And that's where I want to stop, because literally I just had a message where we were talking all about, you know, the reason why you need to be healed is so that you can go on this adventure to accept yourself. And I feel like what God is saying is that if you've been working with me on this channel, baby, you are healed, you are whole, you have done the work. And now what God is saying, it's time for you to just commit to bringing this vision about. Commit to being like, it's like, okay, again, it's about applying these principles. Like, I'm not on this channel talking about this stuff just to make you feel good every day. I want you to actively apply this in your life. I'm applying this in my life. To make this, to help you guys bring this into my world, what God is saying is that, and we did all the steps. I gave you the vision of how your life could be. I told you can be a billionaire. I told you how to get there. And now it's on me to use my intuition and to just completely surrender to this clarity that I have, because I know that I'm a spiritual being. I know that this is an energy game. I know that it's my birthright to be abundance. So it's like, now it's time for me to move and to act like that. Now that I have all those clarity about not only who I am, but who God is in relations to me and what we do together, now I can step into my divine power and start to see some shit and start to see how I can manifest the life of my dreams. But it's not going to happen if you never commit to the vision. It's not going to happen if you never actually try to bring these dreams about. Angel number 1225. So what God is saying, you have to commit. Like, I just keep hearing it. Like, you have to commit to the vision. You have to really take that fucking stick and bring it about. And like, work to bring this through. Work to bring your vision through. And that's where I'm at. I'm not applying for no another job. I don't give a fuck what's going on at my current job. I'm just focused on doing things to make Honestly Sis the best. And I'm starting to see, like, I really am starting to see my power. Yesterday, I was talking about on my Twitter how frustrated I was because I was about to work with a virtual assistant. But it was just something about like how the lady was kind of interacting with me. Again, I used my intuition, and it was something about it. At first, it sounded too good to be true. And my intuition was like flaring up, and I'm just like, nah, I really don't want to do this. But it also, I was excited because I'm like, yeah, like, I don't want to spend all this time on my social media. I don't want to, be spending all these time making these videos and all of this extra stuff. But I know that it's a necessary part for me to get to the vision. It's a necessary part for me to become who I want to be. And so, like, at first I tweeted out, I'm so, it's so hard to become something, because you who the fuck do you ask? I don't know who to go to, to be like, hey, how do I, because the thing is, to be completely transparent, I want to start using some of these videos from YouTube and to start putting on my IG channel to, of course, do some cross promotion, but also to just because people need to have positivity on IG as well. So the website that I used to use for this, it's just all fucked up. It literally took me 1 hour to get one video, and the video still didn't even come to me correctly. And I think it put a fucking virus on my phone. Angel number 1419. So it was just I was frustrated. I'm just fuck, I want to do this, but I also don't want to exploit nobody, and I don't really trust this lady reaching out to me. And then something just told me to go on Fiverr, and I went on there and I literally typed the phrase of what I was trying to do. And like, it was a couple of people, but then it was just one thing that looked very professional. And like, I'm like, okay, let me just try this. And the girl was able to do it. And it come to find out, she's into astrology. She's also on this journey. And so it was like that easy. Angel number 1450. And I had to tell her like, hey, I mean, sorry, 1452. I had to tell her like, you know what? It may take me a minute to get all these videos together because I didn't expect to find somebody that quickly. But that's what happens when you have a vision, when you are clear about it, when you tell God in your universe, like, okay, I need this, I don't know how to get it, then it comes to you. Like, that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Like, God hears you, he will work with you, and you will see your power. But it only happens when you commit to bringing whatever that vision is about. And it doesn't have to be a business. It could be a vision of you like wanting to have an amazing bomb ass house, or you having an amazing body. Like, God, like, he will put these things in your path to give you that inspiration. And another example of that was, I have challenged myself to, like, you know, I want to start going out more. I want to start networking. Angel number 1544. And so I did a meetup where we had like dinner and some drinks or whatever. And I met this girl who was hella fly. And she told me like she really loved working out a lot. And her body was like amazing. Like, when I tell y'all like, like, you know, I had to be like, Amber, gay side, go away. Gay side, go away. But it was just like, her body was amazing. And like, just seeing her and like, it was, I don't know, like, it was just something about like talking to her and like how she was explaining working out to me. Again, she got me to look at working out differently, and I was inspired by her body. And I'm like, you know what, I really want to start getting my body together, because I'm like, that shit looks good. She's not the first woman that I've met that's thick and like toned, and that shit is so fucking attractive to me. It's like, lately this is a tangent, Angel number 1637, but lately I've been realizing like, I really love my body. I just want it to be toned, and like, God, the universe, bought in these people to be like, oh shit, like, I see it, and now I can be like, okay, well, maybe I can do that too. So that's how it works. It may not be always like a direct answer. It may just be the inspiration of an answer. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is, you have a vision for yourself, you're clear about that vision, you surrender to God, and you know that God and the universe will bring it to you, and then you just work, and you guys work together, and you start to see your power. Okay, it comes with you having a vision, being clear on that vision, using your intuition and your intellect to work to bring that vision about, knowing that you're not doing this alone, but you're working with the universe. Then you will start to see your power. Angel number 1725. A lot of us are so frustrated, and we're feeling a lot of resistance because we're trying to do it all on our own. And of course we're going to feel overwhelmed. You're in your head trying to figure out, well, God, how this gonna happen? How this gonna happen? It's never going to happen that way. The other day I was listening to Sway in the Morning, and they were talking about, you know, they have this thing where they do Good News Thursday, and it was this one segment where this guy was just talking about how he did Ancestry.com, and he found out he had a kid. And the girl, but it wasn't even a man's story that got to me. It was the woman's story that got to me, because she was saying, I'm from a small town, and like, my life was just so small. Angel number 1811. And she's like, I thought this was it. Like, I thought this was how my life was always going to be. And then God was just like, no. And do you know like how much all this shit that had to be in alignment for her and her dad to both be like, to do this Ancestry.com, and then them both to have this desire, because he doesn't have kids, but he want, you know, like, it's like, it had to be so much shit that had to go right in order for that to happen. And it's not about shit going right, but it's about trusting God and trusting the universe, and knowing that when you put something out as small as like, God, I don't want my life to be small, I don't want this to just be it for me, God will deliver to you. If you in the fucking back roads of Louisiana, he doesn't give a fuck. He can hear you. He's saying, just commit to me and I will move fucking mountains for you. Angel number 1909. But the reason why you're not seeing it is because you don't want to fucking commit. The reason why you're not seeing it is because you're so fucking scared of this vision. You're so fucking like trying to figure out in your head. You're never going to figure it out in your head. You just have to drop down in your body, start trusting your intuition, and to start trusting your motherfucking self. Okay? All right, y'all. I'm actually going to get us I'm going to end this message. I want to know, like, what's blocking us from accepting our visions? Like, what's blocking us from getting that clarity that we ultimately need? What's blocking us from seeing our power? $19.44. All right, God, what is blocking us from really accepting this wand that you're trying to give us, God? What's blocking our vision? What's blocking us from having the clarity? What's blocking us from working with you, God? What's stopping us from seeing our power? Please allow no room for doubt or confusion. We want to get over this, God. We want to work with you, but we just need a little bit of help. We need just a little bit of assistance. Allow no doubt or confusion in me or my viewer mind. God, name my prayer. Ashe. Girl got a beautiful channel, and like low-key I'm like want to be like, girl, you want to work, but I'm like, let me just, you know, let me keep it cute, let me keep it professional, and like let it happen naturally, because if we're meant to work together, we'll work together. Like, but I just felt like it was just like, for me to just find her, I don't know, like, I just like, that's God. Like, it's nothing but God, and it's nothing from me, just, and it's not me, you know. It's because I'm like so determined to end this cycle for myself that I'm willing to do anything. I'm willing to trust my intuition. I'm willing to follow my childhood dreams so that I can get those things that are meant for me. But what's blocking us is bittersweet. And underneath this is preservation. For some reason, and enlightenment. For some reason, I feel like with this word preservation, it's like you're not willing to do the work. Again, it's going back to us not willing to commit to the journey. And what God is saying is you have to commit. Literally, this, look at this. Literally, this whole deck is like somebody going on a journey. And so what God is saying is that maybe it's something within your sacral chakra. So again, about your reproductive, like you being creative, like maybe it's something that you don't feel like this is like you're worthy of it, and it's stopping you from bringing this vision about. But what we're going to focus on is bittersweet. And bittersweet is a blue card, and a blue is all about speaking our truth and about expressing ourselves. So I feel like it's something that you're not saying or you don't want to say, and that's blocking you from having that clarity. Maybe it's something you don't want to say. Again, it's something you don't want to say out loud, and it's blocking you. You don't want to admit the vision. That's what it is. You don't want to admit the vision out loud, and so that you can't have the clarity because you won't say it out loud. And since you won't say it out loud, God can't help you, and so you don't see your power. Okay. As simple as that. You got to say it out loud. And that was actually a big thing that God was saying last year about speaking my dreams out loud. Like just saying it like, fuck it. Okay, God, fuck it. I want to be a millionaire. You know, like just saying shit like that out loud. Angel number 2226, because our words are powerful. Our words are spells. That's why they say it's life and death in the tongue. So that's why you need to speak that shit out loud. Say it out loud. Okay. But let's focus on this bittersweet. Bittersweet memories. Okay. So the card of the fifth chakra, the throat chakra, reveal at the core levels matters of communication. This includes creative focus and your ability to be heard and understood. Being able to communicate the truth you feel in your heart will bring forward all the positive attributes of these cards. When you deny your heart's knowledge, challenges will present themselves. So again, I want to just pause right there to remind you guys, like, we're doing the work. We have moved from the green chakra. Remember before we used to get a whole bunch of red cards, and we grounded ourselves down. We're learning how to stand in our power. We're still working on learning to realize that we're creative beings, but we're starting to understand that it is our divine part, our divine purpose to follow our heart. And now we're at our throat chakra. Look at that, y'all. We're traveling. We are moving up. We becoming whole. Eventually we're gonna be at the top, and then we're gonna be unstoppable. So come on, y'all, we doing it, all right? You doing the work. I just want you to know you doing the work. So please just take that in. Please just take that in. You're doing the work. Now God just saying, just commit to that shit, okay? Here you will find a definition of personal leadership and redefine beliefs that no longer serve you. Personal responsibility will be brought to your attention. The blue cards are a reflection of how you relate to the world. All matters concerning self-expressions will be revealed. This card includes personal forms of expression such as writing, art, speaking, and presentation skills. Pausing right here. So again, if you have a vision to make a book, or you have a vision to be an artist, but you don't want to accept that vision and you don't want to speak it out loud, that is why you're blocked. That's where you don't. That's why you don't have the clarity, and that's why you're not able to get the help from God and the universe. The resulting experience in your life are linked to how you communicate with the world around you. In essence, this means that you will not get what you ask for, but you will get who you are reflected back to you. And I've told you guys that time and time again, that we're nothing but reflections and mirrors of each other. And so whenever you want to know like how your life is going, just look at how it's been going. You know, like how you're doing energetically, just look at how your life has been going. And so what I really feel like what God is saying is that I feel like your life has been having a lot of back and forth, a lot of ups and downs. Like you have moments where you're like, woo, I'm on a high, I believe this spiritual shit. And then you have times where you're like, I don't believe this spiritual shit. Angel number 2508. And it's just because you're not really committing. God's saying, let's commit to this and let's see how great your life goes from there, okay? But this card of bittersweet, Blue November, there is an inner strength here helping you to rise above circumstances and do the right thing. It is time to set aside your personal agenda for the good of the group. The person you are becoming is capable of more than you imagine. Blue November, a window is open as a door gently closes. We celebrate in the midst of grief. The celebration has been planned for the birthday child. We cannot tell the child that our hearts are not joyous. If merriment rules our home this day, so does sorrow that a child cannot see. God bless you, departed friend. God bless you, birthday child. The passing of things is inevitable. Whatever is happening may require release. This card could also represent unexpected news. Parents often make difficult decisions not supported by their children. Can I see the strength in the choices of others? Hidden blessings, celebration tempered by sadness, protecting someone, ability to honor others, new horizons. And so when I was reading that card, actually it's so funny like that I actually experienced that for myself this week. I was experiencing like just the thrill and the joy of, you know, I finally have written my last letter for Honestly Sis, so I have like all of this content for the year, and so being very proud of that, and like just realizing like even the growth here on the YouTube channel. We got like 6 people that subscribe within a month, and like I have 55 subscribers. Like I love that number 55. So it was just like I just was in this place of where I was just like really, really happy, and I was really proud of myself. But then at the same time, I had a family thing happen. And it was just like I was worried, but I was also happy. It was like this juxtapose. Like I'm like, I feel happy, I feel proud of myself, but then at the same time I'm like, I hope this person is going to be okay, you know? But I say that to say that I feel like for some reason the idea, what I'm getting is let me calm down. But what I'm getting is that it's like your past. It's like, it's bittersweet to, and let me just be completely transparent. Because, I mean, that's the whole purpose of us being here. Another incident has happened with my family. And it has allowed me to have clarity about who my father is. And I realized that it didn't matter if we would have had the best relationship in the world, if I never would have been kicked out, if everything would have happened perfectly. What I realized is that my dad probably still would have not been the father that I needed. And for me, that was a bittersweet moment, because it's like, on one hand, it's like, it gives me comfort to realize that while this incident really shaped and molded me, that the same outcome was going to happen regardless. Like it's like as much as I want to hold on to this pain and be like, oh, you hurt me, you let me go. I realized that even if this situation didn't happen, I was still going to feel this way. I still was going to realize that my dad was not who I thought he was. And that's like a bittersweet. But it's also given me the clarity to make me realize that I can't keep blaming my parents for who they are, because they are who they are. You know, like, my parents were their own kid, and they had their own disappointments, and they had their own heartbreaks, and they had their own dreams that they didn't, weren't able to accomplish, and that formed who they are. And what I realized is that instead of like me making myself miserable by constantly re-dredging this stuff up over and over, or constantly being like, well, why can't they do this, or why can't, it's like, I just have decided within my heart and my soul to just release it and to just accept everything for what it was. Because the truth of the matter, the gag is, regardless of who my mom is today, my mom gave me the skills, the information, the guidance to become who I am. To become the person who had 2 degrees at 22. To become the person who was the youngest intern at a public accounting firm. That came from my mom. That came because of the stuff that she instilled inside of me. And this dreamer side, this person that feels like I can do anything that I put my mind to, that came from my dad. That came from those pep talks that I used to have with my dad every other day when I was at college. And it's like, I could be mad that I didn't get to be woken up by him every morning. I can be mad that, I don't have vacations or memories that other kids have of their dads, but I can hold on to the part of what he did give me, how they did make me who I am. Yes, it's bittersweet. Yes, baby Am wish that there was so much more. Shit, grown Am wish that there was so much more. But it's like, at some point I have to let it go. At some point I have to release the pain and be like, you know what? Even though that didn't happen for me, it doesn't mean that I still can't go for this vision. And that's what God is trying to get you to understand, is that just because things happened in your past, that doesn't mean that you can't become who you are, or who you want to be, or the person you have in your mind. My mom used to tease me about being like vain and like all of this stuff, and it actually made me not want to be vain. It made me I remember when I had first got my very first paycheck, and this is my last story and I'll stop. But it's like I had got my very, very first paycheck, and I spent I did what I always wanted to do. Like, I went and got my nails done, and I went and, at then we wasn't doing lashes and all that shit, but I went and got my nails done, I got my hair done. I had just got back from school, so I had learned how to do makeup. And when I tell y'all, I was just feeling so fucking pretty. I was just like, oh my God, I'm that bitch, I'm becoming who I want to be. And my mom was just like, oh, you look so superficial. And it just just drained. It just was it hurt my feelings so much, and it made me feel ashamed of being okay, well, I don't have to do that. I'm not going to do that. And I just kind of stopped taking care of myself. But that's because my mom stopped taking care of herself, and I was a reflection of her not taking care of herself, and that made her feel ashamed. And so instead of accepting her shame, she put the shit on me. And so as I'm getting older, and as I'm starting to interact with other women, and just realizing I don't have to carry that bullshit with me no more. I can become who I want to be. And that's what I've been doing lately, just becoming who I want to be. Taking care of myself. And y'all, it sounds crazy, but sometimes I have to, the other day, for real, this is the last story. The other day I was I was very, I got my paycheck, and I went to Target, and I'm you know what, I had bought myself some pajamas and some other little things. And then I got in the car, and I was just oh my God, I should not be, why am I just wasting this money? Why am I doing this? And I'm just girl, I literally had to do EFT tapping, because I'm bitch, the whole purpose of you having money is to take care of yourself. There's nothing wrong with you going out and buying yourself some new pajamas. There's nothing wrong with you going out, buying yourself some lip gloss, or getting it's I have to tell myself that it's okay to take care of yourself, but it's because of what I've been through. And so it's instead of keep dwelling on that, or not becoming who I want to be, because of my past, I realize that when I do have that moment of clarity, when I am like, doing the things that I want to do, but then I feel that old, guiltiness come up, I have to override it and be like, yo, it's okay. Like, you can be this. You can do these things. Like, you've earned the right to be who you want to be. Okay? I really hope that message helped y'all, because I feel like I went on a tangent and I really didn't mean it. But God, what happens to our life? What comes to us if we just accept this vision that you placed on our heart? What happened to us if we just get clarity that you and the universe is going to help us and help us bring these dreams about? What if we release the pain from our past, just accepting that it may be bittersweet, but we want to see our power and we want to persevere through? God, what comes to us? Burnout. Your hard work will see results, but your health needs to be maintained. So check in with your doctor, dentist, health professional, and try to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Again, like, I feel like the whole purpose of us healing, the whole purpose of this journey is because God doesn't want us to have burnout, that he wants us to start looking at life differently. And so I think the bittersweet for you, or whoever if this message has been resonating with you, is that, yeah, you're going to see results, but I feel like at what expense? Like, I feel like you need to have the clarity that you need to have some balance. You need to have the clarity that you need to take care of yourself, inside and out, mind, body, spirit. All of that shit got to be in alignment. And surprise, a disappointment will be followed by a present surprise. An invitation could bring love to those seeking. And so for some reason, I'm getting the idea that you may have some bad news that come up, because again, back here with this Judgment card, it talked about like something unexpected coming about. And so what God is saying is, if something happens this week that kind of like throws you off, try not to dwell on it so much. Again, focus on your vision, focus on where you're going, and God is saying you will see your power by the end of the week by seeing some type of surprise or unexpected news. The last thing is reflection. Friendships in your life may come to an end. Others could blossom and become stronger. So again, maybe that surprise, maybe that disappointment, you may realize that a friend or somebody that you were really close with is not necessarily being honest with you, and so now you have that clarity, and now you're realizing that you have to cut them out, and this is bittersweet. But what God is saying is that whatever is coming up at this time, whatever you need to release, it's coming up for your highest good, to help you avoid burnout and for you to get those beautiful surprises that are meant for you. All right, y'all, that is all the messages I have for you. So just clarify. I do want to wrap this message up. To wrap this message up, this message of vision and clarity with the Ace of Wands and the Judgment, what God is saying is that he really wants you to commit to this vision. He wants you to commit to bringing these things about, and realizing that with you having that clarity, with you having this clear vision in your mind, now God and the universe can help you. He wants you to know that you're not alone. And once you just commit to your journey, you commit to seeing this vision through, then you will start to see your power and see how the universe is constantly working for you. All right, angel number 3741. That is all the messages I have for you. If you made it to the end of this message, please give me a thumbs up. If you made it to the end of this message, you are not subscribed. What are you waiting for? Until we meet again, dream those dreams. Never let the internet rush you, and never ever let someone tell you what you cannot do. Angel number 3755. Sorry I rambled. Bye.